Today's horoscope, Capricorn February 22nd, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon spends the day in the sign behind yours, stirring your need for reflection. The moon will move into your sign later tomorrow, starting a new lunar cycle and introducing a fresh start. Until then, it's a time to attend to matters behind the scenes. Still, it can be hard committing to this fully early today as the moon opposes Jupiter, which is currently encouraging you to enjoy being busy. Something has to give to balance your life. Fortunately, sharing a vision, belief, or idea today can be rewarding, and your unique perspective on matters can fuel your personal appeal and magnetism. Clearing the air with someone can lead to good feelings later today and tomorrow, or there can be satisfying exchanges that boost your mood. Interactions are considerate. The heavens are roaring at this time. A for months on and off, mighty Mars, the red planet of passion, sex, and drive, has sizzled across the sky from you in your solar house of relationships. However, he is deep in a retrograde spin at this time. Friction within partnerships may be especially apparent. Conflicts and battles are possible, as you clearly will not be seeing eye to eye. If single, note that it will be much harder to find someone who stands at your side, or you could be facing a karmic situation with an ex. Luckily, we are mere days from the end of this cycle. Something will get lost in translation. You may have to work extra hard to be clear and concise, as the moon in Sagittarius squares Mercury in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces. You may not have any trouble communicating your thoughts at work. You might strive to strike a balance between being professional and cordial. For whatever reason, this may not be the case today. You could have an off day, which may explain some misunderstanding. Luckily, nothing you say cannot be smoothed over before the day is done. You are no stranger to change, but it may take some reining in of your personal power in order to direct your ability to change constructively. Imagine you are both your own father and your own mother. Depending on your age, this will be easier or harder to do, and create your boundaries, including your actions and language, your limits in relationships and your requirements on the job. You are also in charge of nurturing yourself with the food, the rest, the exercise, the affection you need to survive. Don't forget to give yourself a lot of positive reinforcement. Expressiveness is sure to be strong for you on this day. Whether you have an ordinary day where you spend time talking with others here and there, or you have to make a formal presentation of some sort, you'll find the words readily. Handling groups is often easy for you, but one-to-one communication can feel more awkward at times. Not likely with this vibration, though. This day can give you voice where you thought you were tongue-tied. Make the most of this essence by speaking your mind. Thanks to their friendly aspect over the last few days, whether it is Mars heading into his final days in retrograde motion in your relationship sector or the Sun settling into his early days in your communication sector, there is a new sense of confidence and awareness. On the one hand, this wraps up a positive few days on the communication, social and relationship fronts, while on the other hand, with Mercury, the planet of communication in his early days in your communication sector, this has created a stronger bond between the communication and relationship gods. Thanks to the moon and its friendly aspect to the Sun, North Node, and all three planets in your relationship sector, and to Mars, now in his final days in retrograde motion in your relationship sector over the last few days, this leaves you more emotionally engaged and aware, and with a better chance to keep the communication lines open. With Mars in retrograde motion for another 3 days, this includes finding it easier to give the past and unsaid words a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Today Euro's energy carries a fiery intensity as the moon in Sagittarius forms a tense square with Mercury and Saturn in Pisces. This dynamic can stir up strong emotions and convictions, making it easy to speak out of turn or express yourself in ways that don't quite land as intended. Have you ever had a moment where you felt so passionate about something that you blurted it out without thinking, only to realize later that it may have come across differently than you meant? In moments of tension, taking care of your well-being becomes even more important. The energy of Sagittarius encourages movement, exploration, and fresh air, making it a great time to step outside, stretch your legs, or engage in an activity that invigorates both body and mind. If you have been feeling weighed down by responsibilities, even a short walk or a change of scenery can help you regain clarity. Physical movement is just about fitness is a way to shake off stress, clear mental fog, and regain a sense of balance. Have you ever noticed how much easier it is to think clearly after stepping away from a stressful situation and giving yourself space to breathe? Theta is the kind of mindful action that can make all the difference today. When it comes to your personal goals and ambitions, you may feel a strong desire for recognition or validation. It's natural to want your efforts to be seen and appreciated, but be mindful of how you go about seeking acknowledgement. There is a fine line between confidently showcasing your strengths and unintentionally exaggerating your abilities in an effort to impress. Have you ever been in a situation where someone was trying too hard to prove themselves, and instead of admiration, it created a sense of doubt? Instead of pushing too hard, let your actions speak for themselves. Genuine contributions are always more impactful than forced displays of expertise. Focus on how you can be of real help to others rather than trying to assert dominance in a conversation or situation. The more you listen and understand what others truly need, the more naturally your leadership and wisdom will be recognized. People are drawn to your energy today, and you may find that others look to you for guidance or support. With the right approach, you can easily navigate challenges and smooth over any conflicts that arise. If an issue feels particularly complicated, take a deep breath and trust that you have the ability to handle it with grace. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the most effective way to resolve a problem isn't to tackle it head-on but to take a step back and approach it from a new angle? This is a day where flexibility and patience will serve you well. It's also an excellent time to explore something new, whether it's a skill, a hobby, or an unexpected opportunity that presents itself. Sagittarius energy thrives on adventure and curiosity, and you may find that stepping outside your usual routine brings surprising rewards. Have you ever tried something on a whim, only to realize later that it was exactly what you needed? That kind of serendipity is in the air today, so allow yourself to embrace spontaneity. Even small changes, like trying a new restaurant, taking a different route home, or engaging in a conversation with someone outside your usual circle, can open doors to fresh inspiration. Financially, today calls for caution and self-awareness. Unexpected challenges may arise, forcing you to take a closer look at your financial habits. This isn't meant to discourage you but rather to help you become more mindful of where your resources are going. Have you ever had a moment where you looked back on a financial decision and wished you had waited just a little longer before acting? Right now, patience will serve you well. Large investments or major purchases may not be the best idea at this moment, as circumstances could shift in ways you don't yet foresee. If financial concerns surface, use this as an opportunity to assess your long-term goals and ensure that your spending habits align with your future vision. Throughout the day, remember that challenges are often opportunities in disguise. If communication feels strained, see it as a chance to refine your approach and become a better listener. If unexpected roadblocks arise, trust that they are guiding you toward a better path. If you feel a strong urge to prove yourself, shift the focus toward making a meaningful impact rather than simply seeking validation. Every experience, no matter how small, is a stepping stone toward growth. By embracing today's energy with an open heart and a flexible mindset, you can turn potential obstacles into valuable lessons, deepen your connections with others, and set yourself up for meaningful success. Approach each interaction with sincerity, take care of your well-being, and remain open to the unexpected gifts that the day may bring. The more you align with this flow, the more you will find that things naturally start falling into place.